Hello everyone, this is Mahesh Rathod, lecturer in the Department of Information Technology at Government Polytechnic Gondia. I welcome you to the lecture series of Object-Oriented Programming using C++. We were discussing Unit 2, classes and objects. So let's see the outcomes of this unit. Number 1 is develop relevant friend function to solve given problem. Number 2 is write C++ program to use array of given objects. Number 3 is write C++ program to create the given object using constructor. And the last one is write program to delete the given object using destructor in C++ program. In the previous video of part 1, we have seen classes, objects, access specifiers, static members and some C++ program. Okay, moving ahead, today we will discuss on friend function. So we have seen that we can write number of function in class. We call them member function. The friend function is a special type of function which can access private and protected members of class without being member of a class. We have seen that private and protected members can only be accessed within the class by the member functions. But what we are saying now, we have a special function. We call it friend function, which can access private and protected members of our class. So it can be normal C++ function or member of any other class, and it is declared within the class with friend keyword at the start of function as shown below. So class ABC is there. Some code is written above this line, that may be declaration of variables and other member functions. And we have function here void xyz. Okay, and this is friend. This is friend function of class ABC. Okay, let's see one example of friend function. Let's see this example in Turbo C. We have a class sample friend in which we have declared two variables a and b as integers, and they are returned in public section, so they can be accessed outside of class. We have a function member function set value in which we have set value of a to 25 and value of b to 27. And there is a special function mean which is accepting object of this class and which is made friend. Okay, we have written definition of mean function below. So the definition of mean function is float mean. It is accepting one parameter sample friend, that is object of sample friend class, and it is returning mean of a and b. So it returns s plus a plus s plus a, sorry, s dot a plus s dot b divided by 2. So it is returning mean of a and b. Okay, so you can see this mean function is normal function like main function. Okay, it is not member function of this class, but it is friend function of this class made using the keyword friend. So it can access its members a and b outside the class. So in main function we have created object s. We will call set value, and we have printed the variables a and b, and we are calling this function mean now. So let's run this program. Alt F9 will compile our program, and Control F9 will run our program. So this is the output of our program. A equals to 25, B equals to 27, and next line mean is 26. Okay, you should um, again watch this program, and if you have not understood anything, you can comment me under this video. I will solve your queries. Moving ahead, we will now see array of objects. So we know that array is collection of elements having similar data types. Like we have created before array of 10 integer numbers, array of 10 float numbers, then we can create array of characters and use it as string in our program. Okay, similar to that we can create array of objects. When we will use array of objects, when we want to create number of objects of same class. For example, here we have a class student. Now we want to create object of uh, sorry 100 objects for student class. So we will not create object from s1 to s2 s3 and all the way s10. So what we'll do, we'll create array of object. So in this example we have created array of 10 objects of type student class. So this line creates array of 10 objects of student class. Okay. So to use these objects we need a for loop here. Okay. So I will initialize from 0, it will go up to 9, and every object will initialize their members. Okay, and if we want to display all the members of the class for different objects, again we will need to use the for loop. In the same way, I will go from 0 to 9 and it will access every object using I and display the output. Here we need semicolon. Okay, this is how we can use array of objects. Now we will see how can we pass object as function argument. We have passed integer numbers, float numbers, character array using as a function argument. Okay. Now we will see object as a function argument. There are two ways to pass object as a function argument. One is pass by value and other is pass by reference. In pass by value, a copy of entire object can be passed to the function, and in pass by reference we pass only address of object. So whatever changes made in the function to which we have passed the object, all the changes will reflect in the function which called that function. Okay, let's see one example. We'll see example in Turbo C. In this program we have a class time. It has two data members, hours and minute, both are integers. Then there is one function get time which will initialize hour and minute, and another function put time will display hours and minute to the output screen. We have a function called sum which takes two inputs, but this time these parameters are objects, okay, of class time. So two objects will come as parameter to sum. We have defined sum method outside of class, so we can do this using class name and scope resolution operators. Okay, after return type we have return time, that is class name, and scope resolution operator and the function body. So we have added minutes, convert them into hour. Okay, and the remaining minutes will be saved in minute. In the main function we have created three objects, t1, t2 and t3. So t1 dot get time will initialize time to 2 comma 50. t2 dot get time will initialize 3 comma 40, and we have called sum function here using object t3, and we have passed t1 and t2 as argument. So in this same way we use objects to pass arguments to the function. Okay, and we have displayed the time using put time method. Let's run this program. There is no error, so we can get out. So hours to minute 50, the T2 hours 3 and minute 60. If we add them, so it will be 6 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, this way we can use object as function argument. We'll stop here. In the next lecture we'll see constructor and destructors. Till then, goodbye.